Level up attributes. Okay, so here is something that I did not mention yet about all of the other like kind of mediocre or kind of disappointing things that I have said about this game yet after the second day of playing it and now third day start. It's the abilities. If I go here on the acquire skills, I went through like every single skill that there pretty much is in here. And there is almost nothing in here. Actually, you know what, let me say that after I overview all of this. So bonus damage for crossbow, bonus damage for bow. Your companion will also assassinate enemies when you do. Emma recovers some HP on successful assassination. Tracking shots that loop around, back around after hitting an enemy once. So they hit the enemy again, or what the fuck does this do? Does this mean that if you're fighting a bigger enemy and you shoot the bigger enemy, there's a chance that the shots are gonna bounce back like something like Kratos' axe and hit the enemy again or something? Then what is this? Defeating a foe has a 50% chance to replenish ammo for all range weapons. That seems insanely broken. But again, every single thing that was here was practically just stats. Stats or passive effects. And then let's go here. So this actually is an entirely new ability, which is cool. This, just a passive effect again. And these might actually be something cool. Wait, what? That's a passive effect of some kind also. What? Okay, I mean, that's kind of cool, but it's more so like a passive effect, again. I mean, this one is kind of a passive effect also. And if you're not able to, like, spread the shots, like something like in Horizon Forbidden West, where you have, like, that, like... You have, like, two different, like, hand crossbows in, like, that game, as a comparison. One that shoots, like, a burst of like 3s like this at like a pretty tight cluster, and then you have another one that shoots 5 at like a much more wider cluster. So it's like a massive like spray. But this, that is too tight cluster right there that it actually would be any use of fighting like several enemies at the same time when you shoot with this. So it's basically just more damage on a single spot essentially. So it's just another passive effect again. And let me guess. That is a stat boost. Entanglements cost by 1 and goes AP by 1 when foe is defeated. I mean, it's another passive effect again. This is another passive effect or stat boost. Passive effect, stat boost. Didn't I already have this? Wait, what? When Emma performs an assassination, Q will also assassinate nearby enemy. That's literally execute. Oh wait, no, execute an enemy is like riposte, I guess, right? Or like death blow from like Sekiro or something, you know, it's kind of like that. Recover, yeah, another passive effect. So I literally went over everything there is that I have not leveled up yet on this tree. It's all passive effects or stat boosts. There is nothing in this skill tree, and I'm generalizing a bit now without reading also Q's tree as well, but especially Q's tree is even worse offender, to be honest. Passive effects that you can't control, passive effects you can't control. Yeah, it's just like... I mean, there's like new, like, attack, like, types or styles for the dog, but you can't control any of it, so it's basically just stat boosts. So it's kind of like... You just kind of like roll up to the fight and you just choose what kind of like elemental damage you want to use on it, basically. That's all it is. And then these abilities, well, it's 3 abilities only and we haven't found any more abilities. And leveling up these abilities doesn't seem to change the abilities, it just makes them stronger. So, once again, everything in here is practically just stat boosts and passives. So like, I have very hard time getting excited about leveling up in this game and progressing. Because, like, there's nothing in the skill tree that actually excites me. Literally nothing. So I feel like that is an enormous problem for me with this game.